And right now we head back to LCG, where Mayor President Josh Guillory is expected to take the podium.
There we see Jamie Angel, the Chief Communications Officer for LCG, addressing the media right now. We are expecting Mayor President Josh Guillory to start speaking, but let's listen in to this news conference there at LCG.
Unprecedented situation, and we wanted to make sure we're providing the public with the very latest information. So Mayor President Guillory will speak in just a moment, followed by Dr. Tina Stefanski from the Department of Health. We also have Sheriff Mark Garber here. Sheriff, thanks for coming out. First, I want to recap a few things that were announced today. As of 3 p.m., there are 36 presumptive positive cases in Louisiana. At this time, still no cases in Acadiana, so the efforts we've taken so far seem to be paying off. As most of you know, Governor Edwards has ordered the closure of all schools in the state, grades K through 12 until April 13th. The Diocese of Lafayette also ordering the same closure for all Catholic schools. They are also giving consideration to folks who might be concerned about going to Mass and saying they will waive people who are concerned. Effective today, all gatherings of 250 people or more are to be postponed or canceled. This is only for gatherings in a single space at the same time where people will be in close proximity with one another. So it doesn't apply to places like airports, medical facilities, shopping centers, office buildings, and similar businesses. So most or all of us are still good to go to work on Monday. I know you're relieved. Now I'll hand it over to Mayor President Josh Guillory.
Thank you for coming today. I appreciate this opportunity to bring you up to date on the most recent developments and make a number of significant announcements. First and foremost, I want to emphasize that Lafayette Consolidated Government remains open to serve the public. If you need to pay a bill or inquire about a service or an issue, we are open for business. We just finished a meeting of our department directors, and the message to employees, to LCG employees, is this: unless you are sick, come to work on Monday. LCG operational departments and payment facilities will remain open to serve the public until such time as we receive guidance to the contrary from public health experts. Also, all of our public safety functions continue as normal. Second, I want to announce that for a period of 60 days, Lafayette Utilities System will suspend disconnections and waive late fees. Additionally, the roughly 300 people who had their service disconnected this morning will be reconnected and fees waived for the same 60-day period. This measure will help ensure our most vulnerable households, the elderly, the disabled, low-income families, and families with young children who are not in school for the next month have power and running water to their homes during this public health emergency. Third, I want to announce the formation of a public health advisory team or task force chaired by Dr. Tina Stefanski, and we appreciate that. In the coming days, we will announce additional participants from among our local healthcare providers. We are working to ensure we have the best information available in a timely manner. We are working to ensure that there is proper coordination between our healthcare stakeholders throughout the patient care chain, from our ambulance services through walk-in clinics, through emergency rooms and hospital facilities. Communication is key to an efficient, effective response. Fourth, the call for cancellation of public events issued for this weekend is extended for an additional 2 weeks through Sunday, March 29th. I want to thank President Trump and Vice President Pence for their hard work in responding to this crisis. I also want to thank Governor Edwards for his timely response to these growing public health concerns. This circumstance goes beyond politics and partisan concerns. On days like this, we are all Americans, first and foremost. In the coming weeks, we will continue to work closely with local, state, and federal stakeholders to ensure our response is based on the best information available. We will provide timely notification to the public as conditions change. It's important that we find the right balance as we respond to this public health emergency. We are taking every precaution to ensure the safety of our people as best we can. But at the same time, I want to encourage everyone to go about your daily business. Just use common sense, use good judgment. Together, we will weather this challenge and come out of the other side stronger and more united than ever. I want to thank Dr. Tina Stefanski again for being with us here today. I'd like to give her an opportunity to answer your questions and address your concerns. And thank you all again for coming out here. Appreciate you.
Tell them. All right, we've just been listening to Lafayette Mayor President Josh Guillory. The big takeaways there is a call for cancellation of public events locally. That's probably superseded by the state at this point, but that will continue at least locally for 2 weeks for those large public events through March 29th. The big message, though, from the Mayor President, LCG is open for business.
That's right. LCG employees are to come to work on Monday, and folks who need some services in Acadiana will still get those in Lafayette Parish. He also mentioned that LUS is suspending any late fees and disconnections for the next 60 days or so. Some 300 people were disconnected this morning. No worries there. They will be put back on for their power services there. So
our Chris Welty is at that news conference, sure to be asking some questions when they open up the floor there. So we'll have an update from Chris coming up a bit later on. But